Okay, the first one is the slope reference sheet. Go ahead and cut around the outside, and you're going to need a left side, right side for this. A left side of the paper notebook and the right side. Go ahead and glue that down on your left-hand side. We're going to come back to this sheet, and this is going to become our slope reference sheet. Okay, so that one's going to go on the left, and then the next one I'm going to pass out is going to go on the right.
Hold up.
Mrs. Bird.
Yes.
How happy would you be if I made this shot? Right here, this is going to be a real hard shot. Look, I got the chair and the table. Hey, if he misses it, what's he doing? Oh yeah.
I want a walk right now.
Alrighty, everybody have those glued in? Alright. Slope, here we go. Slope is the start of your 8th grade in this unit, the 8th grade standards. So slope, you talk a lot about slope in the 8th grade. All right, so we're going to start with what is slope? What are the different kinds or types of slope? And then we're going to talk about how you can find slope 4 different ways. And that's what this page is over here. You can find slope from a table, which if you think about it, we have tables with proportional relationships, right? You can find slope from a graph, which if you think about it, you have a graph and a proportional relationship. You can find slope from an equation, which if you think about it, you have an equation with proportional relationships. And the last way is to find slope from 2 given points. And guess what you have on graphs? Points. Okay? So slope is directly related to proportional relationships. It's just an extension of what we've already been talking about. So what is slope? Let's come over here to the left-hand side. In the middle box where it says slope describes the steepness of a line. The steepness. So how steep a line is. Steepness means the steeper a line gets, the closer to straight up and down it gets, right? The less steep a line gets, the flatter it gets. Does that make sense? Okay. We're going to come back to this later. We're going to focus today on what are the 4 types of slope. Okay. So slope describes the steepness of a line, and it's always given to you in fraction form. Okay, it's never going to be in a whole number. You're always going to want it as a fraction. All right, and we'll talk more about that in a little bit. Slope, every slope of a line will always be one of these 4 types. It'll either be positive, negative, 0, or undefined. And we're going to look at what those look like today. Okay, so today, all I want you to do by the time you walk out of here is understand that there's 4 types of slope: 0, positive, negative, and undefined. And I want you to be able to look at a graph and tell me which kind of slope it is. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Baby steps into slope today. What is it? What does it look like? Sound good? All right. So positive slope. A positive slope is going to be a slope that from left to right is increasing or going up. Do you want rulers today to make straight lines?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
All right. So from left to right, when you look at this line going from the left to the right, that line is increasing. It is said to have a positive slope. So when you would write the slope as a fraction, the fraction would be positive. Make sense?
What plot?
It doesn't matter. Just pick any 2 points. I picked, let's see, 2, 3, and 7, 8. 2, 3, 7, 8 were my 2 points. Does this line represent a proportional relationship?
No.
Why?
Don't go
Because
through
it
the
doesn't
origin.
go to the origin.
It's a straight line, yes, but it does not go through the origin. So slopes of lines will not necessarily have to be a proportional relationship. even though we talked about how all these things with slope were connected to proportional relationships, they have similar things, right? But they can be totally different. All right. A negative slope. So if a positive slope is from left to right increasing, what do you think a negative slope will look like? It'll be decreasing. So from left to right, it will be going down. Well, I will tell you. So these points that I wrote were -8, 6, and 3, -4.
How is that one negative?
Because going from left to right, the line is decreasing. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
When you look at it and you go from the left-hand side of the graph to the right-hand, so when you move this way, like you would read a book, that line goes down. On this one, when you go from the left side of the graph to the right side of the graph, that line is going up. Does that make sense? We doing okay so far?
Yes.
Zero slope. Zero slope
It's just flat line.
is a flat line. Good. Zero slope is a horizontal line. So I plotted point 0, 6. A way to remember that 0 is a flat line, if you write the word 0 and extend that top line of the Z,
That's so cool.
that makes a flat line 0.
I just need
Okay. So that would be a 0 slope. Undefined is going to be vertical. And I put that point at -5, 0. The way to remember undefined, if you write undefined and you take the leg off of the U and extend it,
Just kind of fall second. Just do that later. Sometimes you just gotta send it.
What?
Like,
That's so relatable.
Mrs. Brick, you like my motto?
No.
Sometimes you just gotta send it.
Yeah, I don't understand.
all right, so that is what we're going to practice today. Yes. You'll need your computers for the next thing. Leave out these notes and go ahead and grab out your computer.